We'll continue the class on the proteins. Nutritional value of the proteins. Nutritional value of the proteins can be assessed by various parameters like biological value, net protein utilization, protein and efficiency ratio, and amino acid score. Nutritional value by measuring the biological value can be calculated depending on the percentage of the absorbed nitrogen retained in the body. Similarly, net protein utilization can be calculated by percentage of the retained nitrogen in with concern to intake of the total nitrogen. We can see two examples, protein 1 and protein 2. Both are taken 100 grams per day, and protein 1 is absorbed about 50 gram and about 50 gram is retained in the body. And with protein 2, 100 gram is taken, 80 gram is absorbed, which is retained in the body. Biological value of these proteins are 50 divided by 50 into 100 for protein 1 and 80 into by 80 into 100 for protein 2. So biological value for both these are 100. Net protein utilization can be calculated depending on the intake of the protein, that is 50 by 100 into 100 in case of protein 1 and 80 by 100 into 100, that is protein 2. That is only protein 1 by net protein utilization is 50 and protein 2 it is 80. It means that about when 100 gram of protein is taken, only 50 gram is retained in our body in case of protein 1, and in case of NPU of 80 means 80% of the protein taken in this type of the protein will be retained in the body. That means this is a better protein compared to protein 1. So for considering the nutritional value, net protein utilization is a better measurement. Nutritional value of various proteins like egg protein, milk protein, meat, fish, rice, wheat, Bengal gram, etc. are given. And egg protein, one of the better protein, biological value net protein utilizations are 96, and this will provide a good protein. And comparatively, vegetable proteins are having lesser biological value and net protein utilization. That means their efficiency, that is absorption as well retaining of these proteins are lesser compared to non-veg protein. Balanced diet is one which supplies all the nutrients in the right quantity and proportion, and which is essential for the growth and to maintain the good health, and as well as to prevent any deficiencies. It must contain 55 to 60% of carbohydrates. Carbohydrate must provide 55 to 60% of the calories in a balanced diet, and protein shall provide 10 to 15% of calories, and fat can provide up to 35% calories. And for every food item, nutritional items, recommended dietary allowance or RDI is the levels of intake of essential nutrients that on the basis of scientific knowledge are adequate to meet the non-nutrient needs of all healthy persons. So the diet for any person can be calculated depending on this. Protein must be around 1 gram per kilogram body weight in adults, and for growing children it is 2 gram per kilogram body weight, and 30 kilocalorie per kilogram body weight is required for a sedentary man, and 10% extra energy must be provided for specific dynamic action of the food. That means the energy or heat produced after the food day, that is some energy is required for the there is thermogenic effect of the food or diet induced thermogenesis. About 10% will be lost through this way, so 10% extra energy must be provided. Fat can provide about 20 to 30% of the total energy in a person. Depending on this, we can calculate the balanced diet using all the essential food items like cereals, legumes, tubers, vegetable, green leafy vegetable, fruits, milk, curd, oils, sugar, etc. All these in a proportion. Malnutrition is the nutrition deficiency. Actually, not undernutrition as well as overnutrition. Both can be considered as part of the malnutrition. Deficiency means undernutrition, and overnutrition leading to obesity also produce that type of disease. Especially in developed countries, obesity is one of the major um, morbid condition which leads to various type of the diseases. Malnutrition can be calculated depending on the body mass index. Body mass index is the BMI, which is weight in can be calculated by weight in kilogram divided by height square in meter. Normally it's 18.5 to 24.9 kilograms per meter square. Underweight is less than 18.5 or undernutrition, and normally is 18.5 to 24.9, and overweight is 25, more than 25, and this can be pre-obese, obese, obese class 2, obese class 3, etc. depending on the BMI. And this very high obesity leads to various type of risk for various cardiovascular diseases, and this is another type of malnutrition. We will see the undernutrition now. It's protein energy malnutrition or undernutrition. Nutrition deficiency, mainly two types, especially in the children, marasmus and kwashiorkor. Marasmus is the deficiency of the protein and energy, and kwashiorkor mainly a deficiency of the protein, the adequate carbohydrate. Marasmus word meaning is to waste, and primary calorie inadequacy with secondary protein deficiency, and in this hypoglycemia can be seen. Body weight will be less than 60% of required body weight for the particular height of this baby. Usually occur below 1 year and causes early weaning, that is cessation of the breastfeeding, and earlier starting of other nutrition, other food items, and this will provide lesser energy and lesser proteins for this baby, and this is predisposed to repeated infections. When infection occur, that leads to nutritional deficiency. Nutritional deficiency leads to recurrent infection. This is a cyclic process. Marked growth retardation with other nutrition deficiency can be seen. Shrunken appearance of the skin and bone, weak and atrophic muscles, and dry and atrophic skin, with irritable child with a normal appetite. This baby will take food when it is available. It is a normal appetite, but baby will be highly irritable. Kwashiorkor is the isolated protein deficiency with adequate calorie intake. It is can be considered as a sickness of the older child when the next child is born. When second baby is born, especially when the first baby is just 1 or 2 years old, repeated delivery leads to, and the elder child will be neglected, especially food will not be provided properly, and this leads to um, especially the protein deficiency. Hypoalbuminemia, poor wound healing, and edema are the hallmarks. Edema is due to the hypoalbuminemia, which leads to edema. Serum albumin level less than 2 gram per 100 ml, and the protein deficiency leads to immunoglobulin deficiency, and this laterate repeated infection is in marasmus. Repeated infection leads to nutrition deficiency as a cyclic process. This can be seen in the 1 to 5 year age group, and cause starch diet after weaning, after cessation of the milk feeding or starting of the other diets. Mainly starch diet will be provided without adequate protein intake, and this leads to infection. Infection leads to nutritional deficiency. Mild growth retardation, plump look due to edema of the face and limbs, peeling of the skin, angular stomatitis around the ulcers around the mouth can be seen. has soft and thin hair with muscle waist, lethargic and apathetic with anorexia. So there is anorexia in kwashiorkor leading to lesser food intake. Treatment is by giving protein and energy. 3 to 4 gram protein with 150 to 200 kilogram per kilogram body weight, and 3 part of the vegetable protein and 1 part milk protein can be given to these babies.